And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 41st episode of Blockchain Talk. I'm your host, Dimitri from Gracious Interests. Now, today we're going to see, well, let's do a little. There we go. I hope you are back. Seems to be having issues with my internet connection. Um, should be coming restored now. So anyway, like I said, no real fixed team here. Today, mostly going to talk about current state of the market, how it's performing, and actually show a few articles which might be of interest. Also, unofficially, this is going to be the third episode in the series talking about Terra Luna. It's going to be very short, just giving a quick update on how everything is going on that field. Now, let us begin. I'm going to start sharing my screen here. Let's see what the market is doing. And as you guys can tell, things are turning in green in the last 7 days. Few things still remain in red, but the market is on recovery. Few altcoins which are slightly doing better right now, but also still turning in red or having a little downside, such as BNB here, haven't seemed to be fully recovered from the losses made in the last couple of days. Now, if we truly want to know what the market is doing and how healthy it is, naturally, I'm going to take a little peek at Bitcoin itself. Currently trading at 31,794. Perhaps later on this day towards 32k, I'm not very sure. However, I'm going to show you a little graph here. As you can tell, there was a sudden uptick here from about 30. Yeah, I'm going to take it here from around 30k levels up to current levels we are now. Some might say, yes, the bullish breakthrough has finally come true. Naturally, I always say start zooming out. A few days ago, we were trading here, 28, 29,000, sudden increase from well below the 30k levels. Now, you might say, Dimitri, this also proves that the bull run has restarted. It has re-begun, the bottom's in. And to that I say, keep zooming out and you will see a little pattern. 14 days, we reached above, was it 30k levels here? We're now finally trading slightly more above. Look further. You might tell there's a little breakout here, some new resistance. However, it isn't the first time we're seeing a peak here. However, not as prolonged as this one. But as you might tell, last month after the dump, well, we were having a few ups and downs. What do I want to say with this one here? Well, it is great news we're back above 31k levels, almost hitting 32k levels. However, I wouldn't be surprised, and for that I'm going to zoom back in towards the 14 days to see something develop like this. That now it's a little relief occurring, but people still have outstanding, well, debts, I want to say, outstanding trades. They still want to make some decent money from the crash they had almost a month ago. And, well, this might be a little relief, but for the same account, we might see patterns like this reoccurring, only going to be more hefty as we hit 32k. However, let's remain on a positive note here. This is actually good news. Bitcoin is on the recovery, it seems. Naturally, we are still well below levels of sideways trading we were beforehand. We were trading at around, well, 40k levels. As you can tell, we still have a long way to go before we have this recovery. Anyway, there is some recovery going on, which is good news. There's nothing more really to add to this. However, like I promised, we are going to take a little look at Terra Luna. In the meantime, their version 2 has been launched. It's already listed on CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap. You can see here an increase of 52% back at $10. Come on. So it is on 24 trading volume. Some guys might say, yeah, we need to jump in. That's how to max. Well, if I put 14 days, it would be fine. However, they lost 50% and now they've regained some ground. What can I say about this one? Well, as expected, as soon as they launched and people received their airdrops, well, this occurred. Tremendous crash, something I wasn't surprised about. At a certain point, they made a loss of minus 70 or minus 80% after launch, which is tremendously bad. As you can tell, there is some recovery. Back up, back up. Now, you might say, Dimitri, you are entirely wrong because you made predictions on your social media that it would fail. In all honesty, I still hold on to that argument. We might perhaps see some recovery. I hope so for the TerraLuna community, for themselves. However, I wouldn't be surprised there will be a back down movement, and this is just them reacting to the relief rally that's occurring for Bitcoin. However, why do I put it this way? Well, for the simple reason this uptick is actually a result of being listed on Binance. There's now a lot of new volume being traded on Binance for TerraLuna. Binance probably being one of the more fervent supporters of the TerraLuna version 2.0. It's a good sign for them. However, we shall see what it gives long term. You can actually see here what the result is. Steady, steady, and as soon as they got listed and the news came out, higher volumes were being traded, and you can see here the movements occurring. However, a lot of people also were waiting on their Luna version 2.0 airdrop and never received them. Also on social media, I made a comments, and even in a video, in my previous episode of Blockchain Talk, I mentioned, do watch out. There are a few conditions in order to get your airdrop. Meaning you mustn't be on a third-party platform, meaning you shouldn't be a holder on an exchange. You need to have your Luna on-chain. There's an exception for the airdrop from people who bought in Luna in between the crash, so between the 8th and 12th of May. Those are automatically exempt for the airdrop, and they are making use of snapshots. People had some time to prepare. They hadn't really any preparations. In reality, the snapshot occurred from the blockchain at that point, so they used some kind of wayback machine and saw what the actual wallet holders were pre-crash, and percentually they did the airdrop. So a lot of people have hopium, think it will go back up. This is nothing more than a Binance effect. What I foresee here is a little pyramid going to form before it levels out, perhaps slightly higher here than $6 approximately. That's what I see which will occur. However, I might be wrong. All the better for the holders, but to me, TerraLuna, Do Kwon, to me, he has lost all trust, and the only guys now in play are speculators. And those are the kind of guys you do not want to play with. There's also talks about Do Kwon, despite having said that Terra USD having run its course, that he's now in development with a new stablecoin making use of the version 2.0. So that's another lie being told. Yet another, thing to be wary of the TerraLuna network. Let's hope this time he isn't going to pull and sell the Bitcoin or the assets backing that said stablecoin. Anyway, let's take a look at the news currently. I'm going to use Crypto Potato here. It's one of my more favorite websites I tend to use. Articles are fairly neutral and straightforward. Sold by Luna got absorbed by address with less than 100 BTC. Silver lining, so it might have been bought up. That's good news. Indicates a relief rally. Reclaims 30K, that we know. Bitcoin reclaims 30K, market recovers with 60 billion USD dollars. And at all, there isn't much else going on. Katie Wood's ARK Invest files for another Bitcoin spot ETF. It's good news. However, I'm not so much a fan of ETFs. I've said it many times before. ETFs are used to leverage money out of the cryptocurrency market. Future tradings isn't generally a good idea. And for all else, the crypto market is actually quite boring. So yeah, I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. There isn't really some good news going on. Well, there is good news going on, meaning that Bitcoin is finally begun on is seemingly begun on a new relief rally. But as I noticed, do watch out. We might see a little crash once again, as traders are trying to take in some new money. And with that, I'm going to say that's it. Very, very, very short episode. Probably the shortest one to date I have done. However, well, if there isn't anything much to share with you guys, I've got to be honest, and I prefer to keep shooting straightforward and, well, be straightforward with you guys. So all those that have watched, thank you once again for tuning in. If you like what I create and what I do, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. You know the drill. And with that, up until next time, bye.